For the Gap residents, November 16, 2008 will be a day never to forget.
This is ground zero, if you like, the Gap. And in street after street, house after house, damage in some way, not much was left untouched.
My home was also affected by the horror. Among other issues, a tree tried to hide in our living room. Across the road, and family friends, the Van Steins, nearly lost their house altogether.
So Matt, when you got home that day and you saw the devastation of the storm, what did your backyard look like?
Disaster zone.
Yeah.
There was stuff everywhere. There was a roof over here. There was a tree down here that had gone through the fence over the clothesline, another roof over the top here.
Well, nearly 6 months on after the storms, and the Gap is nearly back to its old self. While many of our homes are still receiving those final repairs, in the garden it's a completely different story. Yes, Mother Nature has certainly done her job in bouncing back, but now it's our turn to get out the gardening gloves and lend a helping hand.
Yes, when it comes to trees these days, Matthew Van Stein's backyard is looking a little bare. But while he and son Lockie have already planted up a few shrubs,
I'm concerned that if we do plant big trees again, that they may fall down again in a big storm.
nurseryman Noel Percy says that's a valid point.
If you've got a forest giant sitting beside your house, one day it's going to come in to visit and you're not going to like it.
A reason why homeowner Karen McDonald is keen to have hers checked. She lives on a couple of acres near Kingston.
So Karen, what are your main concerns with trees around the house at the moment?
Well, mainly this one over here that overhangs our garage, and we don't want that coming down and hitting the garage.
Any tree is a risk to have. However, you manage them correctly and you minimise or even maybe eliminate that risk.
So today, arborist Elaine Darth from Vinton Tree Services is going to audit Karen's property, and within moments, the first risk.
The tree has obviously been cut at some point. This regrowth is poorly attached. It's a result of stress. Ultimately, I would be removing the tree and replacing it with more suitable species.
Okay. Jill says incorrect pruning can weaken limbs, meaning this tree could come down in a storm. Council approval may be required in your area before tree removal, so Jill says always check first. As for the tree over the garage, it too needs attention.
I would be using qualified arborist, removing the dead wood out of the canopy, okay, and get someone to have a look at some of the extended limbs and perhaps get them lightly reduced.
Jill recommends having your trees assessed and maintained every 1 to 2 years. The key is picking the right species in the first place.
There's some extraordinarily good small trees and medium-sized trees we can pick from.
Noel recommends trees like native banksia or lemon myrtle.
It has the most exquisite lemon fragrance and beautiful white flowers.
Then there's the native gardenia or magnolia little gem.
Dark green leaves, brown undersides. It's got a huge flower on it. They're about this size.
But Noel's favourite, the dwarf gum, which will only grow up to about 5 metres.
Because they're grafted, they flower earlier, so you get this very early in their life.
And these are still dwarf gums?
That's right.
Oh, spectacular.
So pick the right ones and manage your trees properly. And as our experts insist, sit back, relax and enjoy your piece of paradise.